So let's talk more about list view features. For example, I'm looking at this list view, and here we have a lot of options, right? For example, I have search bar here. You could search your opportunities or your records, other records too. Let's go to account, for example, this time. And let's go to all accounts. And if you want to quickly search an account record, you could search it here. You could search it by certain fields, but some certain fields are excluded. For example, when you try to type here, it gives you a message saying that account owner alias isn't searchable. Okay, use filters or sort on this field instead. Account owner alias. So this is my account owner alias, right? Account owner alias. So if I search by admin, it didn't return any result to me, even though they were a lot of all these records almost are owned by this admin alias. So this is the alias for the admin, right? I searched records with admin and it didn't get returned. But you could search by other fields. For example, I want to search an opportunity with name Janae, for example, Janae Point. Didn't return anything, so let's go back. This is Janae Point, right? So let me search that, Janae Point. So account name. It's not coming up. Let me search by Texas. This one comes up. It is. This one belongs to Texas. And then let me try to search with type, customer direct, for example, customer. And everyone gets returned that whose type is customer direct. Right? So this one, for example, I want to search this one. This one did return, okay, but the other one did not get returned. Let's try to see what is the reason behind that, Janae Point. Okay. Okay, now it returned. Probably I was searching it wrong previously. Maybe I had some other values there that I didn't see. Okay, so you could search your accounts. What else? So we have here under this setup, we have another options. We could rename the list view name. If you want to give it a different name, you can, but you cannot change the API name. And then you could create a new list view from here. You could clone this existing one and then create a new one that way. And then there's this sharing setting. We're going to come back to this sharing setting in the next session. But let's jump to edit list filters. That's another way how we can navigate to these filters to edit them. Next item, select fields to display. We have already done this multiple times. You could add or remove the fields that you want to be displayed on this list view. Okay. What else here? Obviously, you can delete the list view. Deleting this list view does not mean you are deleting all your accounts, okay? You will still have those account records. It will be, the list view will just be deleted. Okay, if you want to delete particular account record, you have that option from here as well. You go to here and select delete the account record and edit from there as well. Let's jump to this table. Here I have 3 different options to display these records. This that we're looking at is a table view. Okay, table view. If I select this one, split view, and this is the option I get. And I can click on each record and then get their information here. All right. So in this way, what's the benefit? The benefit is that You see all your account records on this left-hand side, and then by clicking on each one of them, you get to see more details about them. All right, that's the split view. I'm going to switch to Kanban view now, or Kanban or Kanban. Now it says, how do you want to set this up? Summarize by what? Let's go to summarize by annual revenue, for example, and group by account owner. All right, let's group by account owner first and click save. Okay, so what happened now is I see two, I see a Kanban view that is grouped by account owner. This owner has 13 account records, and this owner, this user, has one record that belongs to them. Okay. Let's go to this settings again, and then select different value. Let's say now this time we're going to select annual revenue and click save. So we have this user who has 13 accounts, and all of them combined together has this much revenue. And what is revenue? Basically, on each account record, we have this revenue field. See, annual revenue field. It adds up this annual revenue for all those accounts and displays it. Let's switch to Kanban view again and summarize by employees. You could also do that. Let's do this on opportunities, and it will provide us better view. Okay, so let me go to all opportunities, and then let's say I want to switch to Kanban view. Okay, now what it does is for each stage, it shows me the amount and the records themselves and grouped by each stage. And this is our record type. You could switch to your record type and check the same information by their record types as well. For hardware opportunity, we have one opportunity that it is in this stage. And we don't have any other hardware opportunity that is on the other stages. Let's switch to software opportunity record type. And as you switch, you could also see these values getting updated, right? So for this software opportunity record types, we have one opportunity with this amount, and that's in this stage. And we have others that are uncategorized, okay, and uncategorized. So we have 32 opportunities that are uncategorized, meaning they don't have a record type, sorry. Meaning they don't have a record type. Let's go to opportunities and bring that picture back again. All opportunities, right? So they don't have record types. So they are this one, because these were already created there before we created that record type. That's why they don't belong to any specific record type. And the remaining ones are over here. Scroll down, you get to see all of them. So Kanban view, let's go back to the Kanban setting. We have now summarized them by amount and grouped by stage. Okay, grouped by stage. Summarized by amount, grouped by stage. And that provides us this view, right? So we see amount field over here, and we see these stage values over here. That's how we have grouped them by. and summarized by amount. Why it says summarized by amount? Because this number, this 100,000, is the sum of these two opportunity records. Okay. If I now go to this opportunity record and change the amount, 500,000, that value will get reflected there. All opportunities. Now you see this changed to 600,000 because 100,000 plus 500 is 600,000. That's Kanban view. Let's switch to table view and keep it at that. And sometimes you could refresh it. You could refresh your records over here too. You know sometimes how we refresh Salesforce by clicking here? You could also refresh your records by clicking here. Inline edit is disabled. Why inline edit is disabled? That's because remember, this all opportunities list view shows me both record types, right? For opportunity, we have two different record types. And as I have mentioned earlier, if a list view shows you more than one record type, then this inline view, inline edit option will be disabled. Okay, inline option will be disabled. That's why you don't see this pen icon here. But again, just to recall, I could, for example, here, as you can see, the record types, we have this, this list view is showing more than one different record types, right? So that's why you're not able to edit it. If I want to edit this, I could create a new list view, let's say software record types. Okay, and click save. Change the owner to all. Add a filter for account, sort of opportunity record type equals to software. Click done, save. Now we have only one record that satisfies that condition. Now this one is enabled. You see, I could edit the information about this account name. I could assign this to an account, prospecting, close date, amount, this is locked, admin, this is locked. But the other fields can be modified. So this is basically how we configured this. And also, let's say I want to create a new list view. Okay, new. It's going to say all other opportunities. In this scenario, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exclude software and hardware opportunities, okay, and take the other ones. So I have to create a filter on the opportunity record type, not equal to this two. So in this scenario, it's going to show me the other opportunity records and then click save. Right, you see? And these ones do not have a record type assigned to them. All right. So what else? We could also add charts to them. You could also add this chart. Select chart, pipeline by stage. It's going to give us a good overview of what kind of data we're looking at. For example, this stage, on this closed one stage, we have opportunities that amount to 3,410,000. Same here. Other stage, all the opportunities amount gives us the sum of 230 and etc. All right, and here we have more detailed information as well. You could also change the view of your chart. Click on vertical bar chart, for example, and change it to donut chart, which is the previous one, and change it to horizontal bar. All right. So new chart. If you want to create a new chart, that's also an option. Chart type, you would click one of those options and aggregate it by another amount. So instead of amount, you could select different values there. But for list views are great, but they have some limitations. One of them being is they show only up to 2,000 records. What if you want to show more records? For that, we create reports in Salesforce, and it has more features than list views does. And list views are a quick way to show the information about the records that we have. Last but not least, so what we have here is we have this printable view. You might ask, okay, can we extract this information? Can we export this? You cannot necessarily export this, but we have this printable view option. You could print this page out, okay? Print this page. You might ask me, can we export this in Excel format? The answer is no. You cannot export it from list view in Excel format, but by clicking on the printable view, you could get that PDF. For example, if you print this, you'll get the PDF version. And you are able to select up to 1,000 records. And it displays 1 of 32. That's because that's how many we have, right? All opportunities, all other opportunities. All right, so we just covered these features now. Okay, so we talked about list view features continued. We could directly create records from list view. And if you have a list view, you could directly create a new record from here. We talked about different views, Kanban, split view, and other views. We searched records and we visualized it in different ways. We added charts and etc. There are other scenarios, of course. We also covered this one that you can edit record directly from the list view, but it has a condition. You have to filter it by the record type. And this is the feature where you can add different fields to your list view. We have already done it for several other list views. So here you add or remove fields that you want to get displayed there. All right, so we will cover the remaining in the next session.